What's going on, you beautiful people of YouTube? I know that I am posting just a video in general very late. I'm aware of that fact. The real reason is loss of motivation, and then me recording this and now posting this is me realizing F motivation, screw it. You don't need motivation, you need discipline. Not that I don't love doing this, it's just that sometimes even the stuff that you do in life that you love does get, hard to keep up with. And I was trying to juggle this, the PC flipping, which I will be making that series. Don't worry, you guys. It's still in process. I actually got a lot of recently good, good, ugh, I got a lot of good deals recently. So we will be covering that in this upcoming series. Yeah, there's a lot to come, and I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. I got close to $1,000 worth of PC parts for only $200. So all I'm saying is you guys are in for a treat for that one. But yeah, as you can see by the title of this video and this series, as a PC flipper, there is a lot of other PC flippers all over YouTube, and they like to document their stuff. Um, I thought it would be a really cool idea as a PC flipper to react to their content. Now, keep in mind, none of these reactions are going to be anywhere from hate or judgment. I will just be kind of like not critiquing, but just showing my point of view as a PC flipper, what I've experienced, and I will be just reacting to this content. I think it'll be really fun because I watch these videos all the time. I watch all these, YouTubers series. I watch their like little videos that they make, like, oh, I made this $300 PC and I flipped it for a profit. I love watching these series, and they're honestly just amazing. So I thought, why not, react to it on my YouTube channel while also doing my own PC flipping series on the side. But enough of my yapping. Let's get right into this video. As you can see by the title of this video, we will be reacting to TechSource's video on this. As you can see, I already liked it. I actually did already watch his entire series, but I figured I'd document my reaction. Not only that, but I would also be giving you guys some tips and tricks that might actually help you in your PC flipping career. So yeah, let's just get right into it. If you're wondering my credentials, I've been flipping PCs since January, where I started with only around 150 bucks, and I worked my way up to making close to $2,000, if not a little bit over $2,000 a month on this, pretty consistently. When I'm locked in on it, pretty consistently, and it's been a really good turnaround on the little money I did invest, which was $150. So let's get right into the video.
Welcome to my new series on the channel where I buy used PC parts and sometimes PCs and flip them in an attempt to make a profit. I'm calling it flip or flop. Look, I know that name already exists on HDTV or whatever the hell, but honestly, it's the perfect name for this series, so I'm stealing it. Speaking of which, if you guys are building a PC or need a new Windows key, do not pay full price from Microsoft. Instead, you can get one dirt cheap.
So this is a sponsorship. With the episodes to come, I will be cutting the sponsorships out of the video. Not because any hate towards the creator, just because obviously I'm not sponsored by them. There's no point in putting it.
Hi, boys and girls. I think we just found a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace, which is probably one of the worst platforms to buy or sell parts. Like, I've been flaked on so many times on here, but once in a while you find a really good deal, like this one over here.
So on that point, like I didn't actually go across this on the video. This video was filmed a year ago, so this is TechSource when he was just dipping his toes in the water of flipping. This is when he started it. So Marketplace is, yeah, you can get flaked and you can get scammed. Obviously, the rate of that depends on where you live. I have been scammed on Marketplace, a couple $100, but honestly, I haven't really experienced much of it. If you are smart with who you buy from, you don't really run into that as much. Like, if you look at ratings, if you look at their star ratings, that's a really good indicator. I usually go for anyone that has around 4 to 5 stars, because sometimes the 4 to 5 star guys, even the 4 stars, you'll look at their profile. They have mainly 5 stars, but one-star review. But the person that left the 1-star review doesn't leave any reason for leaving it. So most of the time, you can trust people like that. But yeah, in my experience, Marketplace has been a pretty cool experience. I've actually made a lot of connections with people that I've bought more parts from later down the line.
It's basically a gaming PC minus the GPU, and it's going for $900. Pretty good specs too. Ryzen 7 7800X 3D processor, a 280mm AIO cooler, B650 MSI Tomahawk Wi-Fi motherboard, 32 gigs of RAM at 6000 megahertz, and a 1000-watt power supply from Thermaltake. For $900, that's not bad. Let's see how much all this would cost if I were to build brand new. Okay, so almost $1,300 if we were to buy the parts separately and build it myself. I couldn't find any pricing on the Glacier 1 280. I'm guessing it's discontinued, but it was retail.
So what I've noticed from TechSource is, obviously, because I've watched this whole series, we will be going through this entire series from TechSource, by the way. What I've noticed is that he compares a lot of his parts on like PC part picker lists, obviously, because they give you the lowest prices that you can find on the market for new parts. Notice how I said new. When you're buying used, you want to look around on eBay mainly to see what the part is usually going for. You want to go used, you want to look for the part, put it on used, and then look at recently sold listings. That'll tell you what's the price range that you usually go for around used. But the thing is, the reason that TechSource can do this is because he's using like DDR5. Most of his PCs actually in this series are newer and higher end systems that are on DDR5. They got like i9, i7, Ryzen 7, Ryzen 9 processors that are on the DDR5 platform. That's why he's able to use PC part picker lists, is because they're used, but they're newer items. For example, I use older ones for budget computers because I sell more volume. So he's only really able to sell 2, maybe 4 of these PCs a month, while I'm able to sell anywhere from like 10 to 12, maybe even more PCs if I'm really like hustling, right? And depending on the market, obviously. So I go off of, eBay, used, recently sold listings, and those help me kind of figure it out. And whenever you're PC flipping, you don't really want to buy the parts at used prices. You want to buy them just a couple percentages lower than the used prices, because that's where you get your profit, right? Obviously, you want to charge a little bit for the time that it took you to build the PC, make it look good, test it, get it set up, and build it, obviously. So that's kind of what you want to go off of, is eBay used prices, recently sold, if you're going for older DDR4 or DDR3 parts. But what he's doing with the PC part picker list is absolutely perfect, because DDR5 is a lot newer, obviously. And yeah, just want to say good job to TechSource from this. Obviously, my praise means nothing to him. He's an amazing dude. But yeah, just good job.
Selling for $160 when it was available, so I'm just going to keep it at $160 for that. But everything else is pretty much at its current retail price. He did add a few extra fans on there, which I didn't include, so maybe like $20 or $30, give or take. But yeah, all in all, $1,300 as opposed to $900. But let's see if we can get a better deal. You always gotta negotiate. If you're buying used, it doesn't hurt to negotiate. Yes, I'm interested. Can you take $700? I don't want to go too low, because that's a bit too disrespectful, I think. $200 is a good offer from the original listing price. No freaking way! That was quick. You got a deal. Wait a minute, I know you. I think you recognized me. But yeah, $200 off, just like that, off the listing price. So that means we are saving $600 for this build, you guys. Wow. There's something fishy about this. Anyways, let's go pick it up. All right, guys, so I just dropped off the kids at preschool. Now we're heading over to pick up the PC from this guy. And luckily he works right next to where I live, so I don't have to drive that far. But I'm very skeptical with this entire deal, okay? He's letting it go for so low, and he didn't even fight me.
So I just wanna preface this. I'm sorry if I'm pausing the video a lot. If you get a bad feeling in your stomach when doing a deal, I'd say it's 50-50. Sometimes you should listen to that. Most of the time you should listen to that. Sometimes it's good to take the gamble. Um, the instance in where I did get scammed out of a couple $100s. Like I'm talking, guy scammed the hell out of me. The only part I bought 3 graphics cards and RAM from him. The only part that worked from those were one graphics card, which cost the less, so it was the cheapest one out of the bunch, and the RAM, which sucked. It was 32 gigs of RAM, DDR4 from Corsair Vengeance, but it was running at 2333 megahertz. Um, he scammed me out of because he had an RTX or an RX 5700 XT in the bundle. It was a 3-fan big boy edition. It was a huge X of X card, and then also an RX 580 4 GB. The only reason I was buying those was because he gave me a pretty good deal on the entire bundle price. But this is where I should have drawn the line and be like, okay, this guy's trying to scam me. He came over. He offered to drop it off for a little bit more, and I was like, okay, fine, because I actually don't drive right now, and I didn't drive at the time, obviously. And what set me off was as soon as he came into my house, reeked of weed. I mean, I'm talking like straight off the bud as soon as he got out the car. Like as soon as he got within like 10 feet of me, he just reeked of it. That should have been my first kind of head off, but he seemed cool and he was a chill guy. Ended up testing the parts, which I did test with him there, and they all posted, but I should have had a test bench to stress test them because one of them ended up crashing, one of them ended up just not posting after, and then the other one did work, and that's the one that I did sell on a PC, but it got hot really quick, and I had to go through and repaste it, which isn't a big deal, but if you consider that was the cheapest card of the bunch, man, like the fact that I had to do the work on that sucked, and I actually ended up losing money on that, and I tried reaching out to the guy, and I was like, hey, man, like, 2 of these cards don't work. I want a refund for all of it, and he was like, okay, man, I'll give you that refund. I just got to pay. He's like, I paid for gas money and stuff. Messaged him for an entire week, like, hey, man, when can I get that refund? I'll even drive out to you, and you just give me my money back. I'll give you the parts back. Never responded. I think he blocked my number because he had me on messages. So what I think it happened is that he didn't know the parts were broken, but as soon as I messaged him, hey, the parts are broken, I want my money back, he was a little scumbag and chose to just not message me back and block me. So I did give him a 1-star rating, but what sucks is that it didn't tarnish his reputation at all because he already had a pretty big 5-star rating. So that's what really sucked. And what sucked even worse is that guy's a dad. Like, I looked at his profile, he had 2 kids on there that were definitely his, because he was holding them. That's such a bad thing, dude. Like, I think that is genuinely my worst marketplace experience, is a father that got out of his car reeking of weed and scamming a kid, because I was 16 at the time, or freshly 17. So yeah, that was the worst marketplace experience I've had. After that, never really had that much because I was very, very picky on who I bought from. And even though I was picky, I still get amazing deals all the time because it's just I got a good local marketplace. But let's get back to the video.
With the negotiation, like I offered $200 less than the listing price, and he was like completely cool with it. So the fact that we're getting $600 off retail price is mind-blowing. Like, I can flip this for a pretty high number if I can find a really good price on a used graphics card. So the potential of making a big profit on this is really high, but I'm just worried there's something wrong with the PC. Edgar?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I didn't know you had the same name as me. Okay, cool. All right, I'm ready for the PC, man. Oh, I guess we can come in there. I just wanted to take a look inside real quick. Damn, it looks practically brand new.
Yeah. I only had it for like almost 2 years.
Oh, you got to select it like this. Nice and clean too. Why did you go with a 280 instead of a 360?
Well,
Then you could have The price? Oh, you got a good deal on this one? Oh, okay, I figured. You're so cool with just getting it for less than $200. There's nothing wrong with it at all? I feel like I'm getting such a really good deal.
No, but I feel like, because I wanted it did have a 360 on there.
Okay,
But no one wanted to give me what I was offering for. Everyone kept lowballing me. You offered me like what I actually wanted for the
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Nice. That's a good deal, man. I'll take it. $700. What GPU did you have in there?
3090 Ti.
Oh, 3090 Ti.
I was gonna try to sell that and put a 4070 Super. That way I could just make a pure blacked out PC.
Okay. All right. Well, appreciate the deal, man. Thank you very much. Nice meeting another Edgar. I didn't even know I was getting the boxes. I just thought I was getting the PC, but... All right, let's put the PC in the front. No, that's not gonna fit. All right, shut the back. Yeah. It's gonna move if I drive. I should probably put it in the back. Cybertruck's not good for transporting PCs, that's for sure. Yeah, let's put it here on the floor. Package is secured, boys and girls. We're gonna go and test it out. I'm gonna pop in a GPU and see if it actually works. And if it's all good, I'm gonna find a used graphics card, pop in there and resell it. See how much you can get out of it.
Known for pursuing your passions.
All right, got the PC back here in the studio. We're going to do a quick inspection of it. I don't know what the hell this is. I literally just noticed we have a Halloween H2O sticker here. This definitely has to go. I'm not trying to scare potential buyers away. Luckily it peels off easily. But anyways, yeah, I think he did a pretty good job dusting all the dirt. I mean, there's still some dust left on the fans, which I'm not gonna complain about. It's relatively clean compared to other PCs I've seen on Facebook Market.
Okay. I actually didn't notice this after all the times I've watched this video, not reacting to it on camera. Every single fan in there, besides no, those are also... Every single fan in there is set to intake. What are we doing? What was this guy doing with this PC, dude? Like, I'm surprised it's not, like, completely, like, caked in dust. These are all set to intake. And not to mention, on this 280mm fan, or radiator, it's got 2 intakes on each side. So it's sandwiched between intake fans. There's intakes here on the back, and it looks like intakes here at the top. I can't really tell just from this angle. But even if these are 2 exhaust, we got so much, I think it was positive pressure. Which, I mean, it's fine, but he could have easily had, like, what? We'll say, like, 3 exhausts here on the back, and then just set everything else to intake. Because this is a Corsair, I think it looks like a 5000D. They're pretty big cases. I've seen one in person. They're huge. But, like... what are we doing? And then also, I mean, maybe he couldn't mount it at the top, but I mean, I would have rather had the... I know most likely you probably couldn't have mounted it at the top, but I would rather have had the AIO at the top right here, and then have 3 intakes, so I have 3 exhausts right here. I'll have an exhaust obviously in the back, and then maybe 2 more intakes, or have the fans on the thing up here as intakes, potentially. But so far, the airflow on this PC just looks... just not optimal whatsoever.
Marketplace, that's for sure. And the cable management is really good as well. He's even got some cable extensions over here for the 24 pin, the 8 pin as well. It doesn't look like there is any for the graphics card, which I guess makes sense. Maybe it's in the back actually. Let's take a look. I got a feeling the GPU cable is tucked away in the back here. Oh wow, cable management is pretty good back here as well. I mean, you got some loose cables here, but not a big deal. Where's the GPU cable? That's what I want to know. Okay, here it is. Okay, yeah, so I got the PCIe, and I believe this is the 12VH power cable. So depending on what graphics card I put in here, I will use the appropriate cable. So we'll go ahead and put this aside for now, and plug in the graphics card temporarily so we can test this out. On second thought, I think I just found the GPU that we're gonna be testing this PC with. So earlier today, I texted someone about an Asus RTX 4070 Super, which is the card I want to pair with this system. I think it will pair beautifully with the 7800X3D. He has it listed for $520. Let's see if we can knock down the price a little bit. It's still a good deal considering a brand new 4070 Super is going for $580 for the cheapest one. And apparently it's listed as like new, so I'm assuming it's lightly used. I got $480 cash. Can we meet today? Let's see what he says. Okay, you can do 500. Not really in a rush to sell it. Oh, he has a processor as well. This is actually not even related to the video, but I kid you guys not, I was actually gonna buy a brand new 7950X 3D processor for a build I'm working on in the next 2 months. So if he gives me a good deal on this and the GPU, I'll actually...
All right, I want to give you guys just one tip. I'm sorry for, like I said, I'm sorry for the pausing. This will stop here, but I think we're already halfway through the video. When it comes to PC flipping, this is my first tip of the video. If you're just getting into it, unless you have, because TechSource is obviously a very, very successful YouTuber, so he's got money that he can really put into these videos. But if you're starting out and you're like me, you know, you're a kid in high school, maybe you don't have a job. I didn't have a job when I started this. I started actually selling my old stuff that I had on Marketplace because I needed the money, and I was like, hey, I got $150. What can I do with this? And then I was like, oh, I know a lot about PCs. Maybe buy some PC parts, start flipping PCs. Didn't know that there was a whole community around it, got into the community, and now I'm here. But when you are just starting, I wouldn't recommend going for high-end builds like this because the cost is a lot higher, and the issue is if you're not already a credible seller on Marketplace. Like for me, it took me a while to get my 5 stars and 42 reviews on Marketplace. So start with lower end budget systems in the realm of like $400 to $500 that only cost you around like $300 or $200 to make, and start there. Build up your credibility. Ask people for reviews. You know, ask, don't say, hey, give me a review. Be like, hey, you know, if you really enjoy this PC, a review would really help me out. You know, if you really like my services, if you really like my communication, a review would go a long way. Stuff like that. And then the reviews will add up. And then you can start doing more higher end systems because they're like, oh, this guy's got a good portfolio. He's got 5 stars consistently. He's been selling PCs for maybe 8 months, depending on how long you want to go for it. And yeah, maybe I can trust him for this higher end rig and see what his policy is. You know, like, if it stops working all of a sudden out of nowhere in 6 months, you get a full refund. So stuff like that, and that's just my first tip, and then we'll get right back into the video right now.
Actually buy both today. How much for the CPU? $450. Oh, brand new one is going for 500 and almost 50 bucks. Yeah, wow. Okay, so it's $100 off. You know what? Let's see if we can get a bundle deal. I'll take both off your hands for $920. Ooh, okay. Let's see what he says. This is a good deal. You know what? I'll even sweeten the deal. I can bring you cash. People love hearing that. They love hearing the word cash. Oh, can you come by Encino? Let's see if we can meet halfway. Nice. Okay, I can come on a lunch break, meet there at around 12:30. That works. Let's go. We scored a good deal. Okay, let's do some calculations here real quickly. I'm paying $920. 450 of that is going to the CPU, which we need to put aside, which means I am getting an Asus RTX 4070 for $470. That actually worked out. So I'm basically saving $110 on this graphics card. Let's do it. All right, we made it here at the Chase parking lot in Northridge. Now we gotta wait for Sal to show up so we can finalize the transaction. All right, he's here, boys and girls. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, all right. So this is, can I open it up real quick?
Yeah,
take a look? Cool. And these work just fine? No issues?
100%.
All right, cool. And how old is the processor, you said?
A few months.
3 months?
Same age.
And why are you getting rid of it?
I was not gonna use it.
Okay. You bought it for 2 months and you decided not to use it? Nice. Same thing for the graphics card?
Yep.
That looks good. Practically brand new. Nice. Oh yeah, looks good. Perfect. 920, right?
Yep.
Beautiful. 920. Go and count it.
Cool. Awesome, man.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye. All right, 4070 looks like it's in good condition. Question is it gonna power on? We will find out, obviously. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely happy with the purchase so far. I think we got a really good deal. I'm feeling really good with these purchases. Let's take it home and test them out. All right, got the CPU in. We'll put this aside. I'm not gonna use it here. And the 4070 Super. Let's go and pop this inside the case and see if it powers on. Look at that. Practically brand new. No dust, no dirt, no scratches. This is almost too good to be true, if I'm being honest. All right, let's do this. I just don't like how he went with a 280 millimeter in the front instead of putting a 360 on the top. Imagine it doesn't post. Then I have to go through the entire troubleshooting segment of the video to figure out what the problem is. It's so quiet too, though. I like it. It's very, oh no. The fans aren't spinning in the front. What? And they're not getting any display. Oh! What? Windows is already installed? Okay, but the fans aren't spinning in the front. That's a no good. That is a no good. I'm hoping it's just the fan cable is not plugged in. Okay, I think I figured out the issue. We have one fan cable here that's not plugged in. Oh, there we go. That was it. I guess the cable just got loose or something. I don't know, but we've got that hooked up. Okay, let's go and check out the parts real quick. Make sure everything is as advertised. Starting with storage, we do have the 5 gigabyte or 500 gigabyte main storage, and then a second 1 terabyte M.2 SSD for additional storage. So that's good. Let's check the rest of the components. We do have a Ryzen 7 7800X 3D processor. Very nice. 32 gigs of RAM. And obviously the graphics card 4070 Super is there as well. Last thing I want to do is check the memory speeds. Make sure everything is good. 6,000. Wow. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we are running a activated Windows 11. Funny story. He actually said he watched my video and he used a VIP or CDK website to buy a Windows key, and he even put in the discount code TS20 to get the Windows 11 key. So we saved another, let's say, $25 on the Windows key as well, since it's already activated. Okay, the only thing left to do is to load up a game so we can test out the performance, make sure everything is stable, there's no thermal throttling or overheating issues, and then if everything is good, we can put it on OfferUp or Discord's for sale section and try and sell it for a profit. Okay, so we're gonna be playing the finals for 2 reasons. Number 1, I'm pretty decent at it, and number 2, it is the only game that I have that stresses both the CPU and GPU equally. So this will be a very nice benchmark to test out the system. And so far, I'm actually surprised at how quiet the system is. Even with the weird AIO configuration and the extra fans that have been installed in the case, it's still fairly quiet. All right, let's do this. There is a bit of latency with the wireless peripherals, so I'm not gonna do my best, unfortunately. We're actually not doing too bad in terms of performance as well. Ultra settings 1440p, and we're getting above 150 FPS. Oh, now we're getting 180. Wow, okay, so I guess it depends on what part of the map you are. And for the temps, we're actually doing pretty good too. 65C peak on the GPU and under 65C for the CPU. Not bad at all. Doing solo queue. Ladies and gents, let me repeat myself. 17 kills. I gotta do everything myself, man. Okay, so with the graphics card added into our build list, the total came out to $1898 and 21 cents, so almost $1,900. This is how much it's gonna cost if someone were to buy all the parts separately and build a brand new system. Now, obviously we're not selling a brand new system, so we have to discount the price quite a bit. But we also wanna make sure that we're making a good profit. So I spent $1,170. You wanna make at least a 20% profit on your builds, which means I need to sell the PC for at least $1,500. But usually when I'm selling something, I always start high. So in this case, I'm gonna list it for $1,700 and I'm going to lower the price by $100 every 2 weeks that it doesn't sell. So let's go to Facebook and let's go and create a new listing. And then we'll list it for $1,700. Use the like new. Total cost of PC is $1,900. Selling it for $1,700. There we go. Okay, now we wait and see if anybody wants to buy it. Well, ladies and gents, it didn't take me long to find our very first buyer. I posted a listing on my Discord for sale section yesterday at 3:22 p.m. and I got someone interested to buy the PC at exactly 7:42, so around 4 hours later. So we exchanged our information and he stopped by the following day, which is now today, to pick up the PC, and he gave me $1,700 in cash, which gives us a profit of $530. So today's episode was certainly a flip. Not too shabby when you consider I only spent about 3 or 4 hours looking for PC parts and communicating with buyers. So all in all, a very productive day indeed. And for those of you wondering what I'm going to be doing with the profits from today's video, this will carry over to episode 2 of Flip or Flop, assuming I do make this into a series.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did watch it all the way, I do hope to make this series like a constant thing. Hopefully I will be consistent and I will try my hardest to be consistent. I think this was great. I think what TechSource was doing here was great, and $530 in profit for his first PC ever flipping is amazing margins. Like, that is a great profit to make. So yeah, thumbs up on this video. I already gave it a like. But yeah, amazing video. I really loved reacting to this flipping video, and I really would love to make this series a thing on this channel. So if you did like this video, please give me a like and subscribe. If you would so kindly do that, that would be amazing. And leave a comment if you genuinely do like this series and would like to see more. Let me know down below. And yeah, you guys have yourself a great day, evening, or night, and peace.